Hello everyone, Mike Peden here, welcoming you to Arlington High School for the 16th Annual Intercity All-Star Classic. And while the focus will be on the class of 2009 this summer, I'm here with a member of the class of 2002. Joining me is Nakia Carlisle of St. Paul Central. She went on to MCTC and then graduated from Concordia. And Nakia, tell me about what has changed since you took part in this event in 2002. No, the venue was different. There are a lot of new players, so just tell me what you've seen change in 7 years.
Yeah, we played at Concordia University, where I graduated from, and we only had 5 players on each team. So we got to play the whole game. That was pretty fun. Now they got to share the time, it looks like.
Well, what does that mean, though, as a sign for the status of girls basketball here in Minnesota? Because having 5 players and no subs 7 years ago, and now you've got 20 players, enough for two rosters of 5 if you wanted to. It's
a good sign. It's really good. It means that Minnesota girls basketball is really stepping up. Hopefully there'll be even more players, in the next years to come.
Now, among this class, who do you like the most, or who do you think will have the best chance at moving on, and who do you think will be a sleeper in this class where we might want to watch out for that isn't getting a lot of publicity right now?
I think you might want to watch out for Bree from North. I know she's known, but I think she has a lot of potential. She's gonna grow a lot. And of course, Taylor here, my little cousin, runs in the family, but she should do really good next year. Hopefully, I think she will.
Well, you know a little bit about that because you had quite a run at Central yourself during your 4 years there. And in conference games, you're still the all-time leader for most career points. So why don't you bring us back to that? Playing in high school, you played your senior year when Ashley Ellis-Milan was a freshman, and then there were some other members in the class of 2005 when girls basketball really took off. So What have you seen develop with those players who now are playing college themselves and got to play in this event in the past few years?
A lot of opportunities, lots of doors, more doors are opening. There's a lot of girls that are trying to play basketball right now. When I was in high school, I think that's when the younger girls really started. You started seeing more younger girls wanting to play basketball. And now it's like there's a lot of numbers for girls basketball, and that's what I really, really like right now.
Well, speaking of numbers, and we've had pretty big numbers for the last few years, how important is this event for the community? Because this was started 15 years ago to represent the minority population in basketball. So how important is this event, and what does this mean for the players who took part of it, including yourself 7 years ago?
I think it's really important because a lot of players that play in this game don't get a lot of exposure during the high school season or during their AAU seasons. And I think it's really good that the inner city girls get a time for them to really show out and show who's in our city, who's good.
Now, speaking of importance, we had talked just before this, you were the coach at MCTC, and you're not sure if the program will be around next year. So what is the status, and what's being done to keep the program going? And I guess, like I mentioned with the Intercity All-Star Classic, why is it important for MCTC to continue their basketball program?
I think it's really important that MCTC continues because that's a lot of a second option for a lot of people who don't get the first option of D1 or D2. They can go there and develop some skills, take care of the generals, whatever, move on. And plus the coaches there have good connections to get them to other places. A lot of girls who wouldn't even think of playing college basketball end up moving on from there. So I think it's really important that MCTC is able to stay around.
Now, going back to this class of 2009, was there any tips or any advice you would give these players, as just about all of them are going on to college, whether it's community college, Division III, Division II, or in some of these cases Division I, what advice would you give them as they begin their next chapter of their life?
To go all out each day. Like, you have an opportunity that a lot of people don't get. You got to take advantage of it. It's going to open a lot of doors, and just to put your everything into it, all your effort. This is it. And take advantage.
Well, I'm sure you're going to see quite a bit of effort on Sunday with if recent history is any indication. And thank you for taking the time to speak with us, and enjoy the weekend, and good luck with MCTC.
Thank you.
Nakia Carlisle.